Hey folks, welcome back. I'm just going to be tweaking one or two more things, but I may as well get into the set of today's theme, today's stream. While I'm doing that, let me turn the audio back up because otherwise this game feels kind of weird, super quiet. I just don't like audio while I'm playing myself. So today we're doing another historic Brawl Deck. Part of our challenge, we're doing a historic Brawl Deck for every single creature in Streets of New Capenna. Today's is Mr. Orfeo, the Boulder. So let me just pull up Historic Brawl. We'll go over the deck really quickly, and I'll add it to the description of the stream later. But Mr. Orfeo is very straightforward. He's just a 2/4, one colorless, one black, one red, one green, and whenever you attack, you double target creature's power until the end of your turn. So the best way I could think to come up to sort of take advantage of that is that I built a deck with a lot of trample and a lot of just sort of efficient stuff. So stuff that drops in early and can become a pretty big problem fairly early on. There's a couple little support characters in here as well, but our general goal is to be hitting really hard by the time that Orfeo comes into play. So it's green ramp into more of larger board state, and then using trample to actually try to finish things off. So let me just fire it up, and we'll see how this deck plays some games. We'll see how it goes. And I will tweak that quick. And I'll switch that back to, there we go. All right. So we are against, I think this is the dude who does stuff when it becomes night and day. I don't quite remember. How is this as an opening hand? This is decent. I've had this hand a few times before, actually. But Tenacious Pup into Incubation Druid is pretty good, so we'll keep this guy. Yep, he makes things cost, okay, makes stuff cost less, pay 2 life. Makes stuff cost less based on his power, and he gets bigger whenever it becomes day or night. Yep, that's kind of to be expected. We'll do Rootbound Crag. Incubation Druid, Rootbound Crag. I guess it's not Rootbound Crag. Rootbound Crag is just your buddy, like, help! I'm trapped by these roots. Is he going to play? Nope, he's going to do Celestis to start daytime and Reliquary Tower, so he's probably planning to have a pretty big hand of cards. We don't have any acceleration yet. I have 6. Oh, let's think about this for a second. Yeah, so I do Bojuka Bog. That's fine. Do I think he has blue? Then I do Bloodveil Purveyor. Is he going to have a counterspell? If he does, that's going to be annoying. But he only has 2 mana. No, okay, it's just opt. Perhaps I should have done... Well, the mana is really good off that. And then I guess we'll do Adventurous Impulse to spend the rest of our mana. And I'm going to grab... I don't particularly need any of these. I'm going to take the Mountain over the Riveter's Outpost just because I think it's a little more relevant. So we have Bloodveil Purveyor. We'll have the mana to drop in and start hitting him pretty heavily. Let's see what he's going to do about that. Blood Token. Does he have the removal? I don't think he has the removal for a 5/6. He might have the counter spells for Orfeo though. Alright, next to combat. I'm not gonna swing with the... Alright, so... Yep, that's a little unfortunate. Probably should have expected it though. Alright, we still have 3 more mana to buy with. I want to do go blank actually. Since he's tapped out, this is probably not a bad time to try to seize some quick hand control. So, this deck does have a couple, like, basically you burn down their hand out of things that are actually going to sort of stop you earlier in the game to try to make sure that your aggression is going to be able to keep up and actually do stuff. So he will do... Interesting. Okay. Draw 2 cards. Yep. Do I do Bloodveil Purveyor or do I just swing Incubation Druid? The one downside to this Incubation Druid combo is that you can't adapt anymore, so I can't actually use Incubation Druid as a beater. It's not really expected to be used as one, but now it's not even an option. I'm just gonna keep up the pressure. That's kind of how this deck is supposed to work. Destroy target creature with mana value 2 or less. There's nothing I want to destroy with mana 2 or less. He's a 1/2. Whenever daytime changes, I've cast the spell, so it won't. I could. So I don't think he'll block, in which case the best choice is to just double Orfeo's power, right? That's a sorcery. Shuffles up to 3. Is there anything? Do I want to keep from getting stuff in this graveyard? I have no idea. I'll just end the turn. Oh, I could have. I'm foolish. I missed the kick. That's unfortunate. We'll see, I guess, how this is going to go. He still only has 3 more mana to buy with, even after doing that, and he can only make Vadrix so big. He has 1 of any color, and a red. Yep. Okay. He has 1 of any color. Is he going? See, the thing though is that I'm not sure. Oh no, now he's got 2. Can he time warp off that? -3, he might be able to if he has it in hand. Even if he wipes out Orfeo, though, I think he wants to do it. So if I was him and I was going to wipe out Orfeo, I would have to do it before the combat steps. So let's Blood Chief's Thirst and force some form of response. You can either counterspell or you can give up your current position on the board. Or you can concede. Alright. So I guess that's also an option. Though I probably should have done that a turn earlier. Alright, let's do it again. Not sure how long today is going to be as a stream. It might be a shorter one. But that's basically how this deck's supposed to work. You ramp quickly, you try to play a bigger threat with Trample, and then you try to play Orfeo and just sort of beat them down really quickly. Hopefully before they can do other stuff. At the same time, if that doesn't go 100% smoothly, you use other just like Veil of Summer and stuff like that to try to protect yourself long enough. I think we can do Domri on turn 3. No, Domri on turn 4. So 2 or more other lands. So Forest into Kami of Bamboo Groves. This is a neat card. We'll put Rockvale into play for colors. Our other 2 swamps are basic. Then, what's he going to do? Mindstone. Swamp. It says Flash, but he's blue. I want to play it now. I'm not even going to give him the option to counter that. Let's go get another red source. I probably should have gotten green with that, actually. Oh well. Next we have Snakeskin Veil, which is cool. Let's see what he's gonna do. He actually can't do Gadwick yet. He doesn't have 3 blue. Domri would be neat for applying longer term pressure, but gets counterspelled by more stuff. Orfeo, okay, so let's take a gamble. Okay, so he doesn't have a counterspell for creatures. Let's make sure we need green and red. Let's get red. I think this is the right call. Okay. Now, arguably, Domri would have been a better big play, but I'm kind of... So he can Gadwick for 2. I have Snakeskin Veil, though. So what do I do if I'm... Ooh. Interesting. So he's going to give me a free turn. What do I do with that? Oh, I hate you. Actually, are you relevant at all this game? To anything I'm planning on doing? So he's just going to keep ramping. Okay, yes, you are suddenly kind of relevant. So let's do Leon Trotsky. And then we'll hit him. We'll kill that with these two. We'll double Orfeo to hit him. No, wait, that's not what we do. That's not what we do. We want to hit... We double Lotus Cobra to hit in our set. I could hit him for 6. He's digging for lots of mana tools, though. Let's go for land, because we haven't hit our drop for the turn yet. Okay, that's actually pretty decent. We'll do green. I don't actually want to use Snakeskin Veil yet, so we'll just go to combat. I'll hit him with the Cobra, and so we'll kill Narset. Double target creature's power. And we'll grab 2 more. Cool. Stonecoil Serpent is good. Song of Freyalise is really neat. What's he gonna do? Is he just gonna keep ramping? I'm assuming that something's coming soon, but if he's not... I say if he's not careful, but he's blue. He could just tide and return all this back to my hand. That would make sense. Like, he's blue control. He's only at 19. He's still got 19 life. Like, that's a lot for me to try to chew through, even if I try to beat him down as aggressively as possible. No, he's just going to draw a lot of cards. Why? Okay. So I feel like I'm very hosed in 1 or 2 turns. What is the biggest I can make somebody this turn? So the Hive Tyrant will take 4, but I don't really want to spend the mana on that. I have Snakeskin Veil and Blooming Defense, so that's +3/+3. I could put that on Orfeo, that's a 5, that swings for 10. I don't have to do that until second main phase. I could Domri Raid Stonecoil Serpent, which swings as this 3/3. Or I could just bludgeon him in the face. Domri Raid, he needs... Okay. Let's just go to combat to start. I did this really wrong. Oops. Let's double Lotus Cobra and see if he's willing to... So I could have hit him for 10. Instead, I'm going to hit him for significantly less than 10. Yep, he'll block with Gadwick. I think I probably just lost this game with that turn, actually, depressingly enough. There's no amount of cards that will just basically out... let's do that. Let's do that. You're tapped out. Like, there's just no amount of cards that will allow me to... Song of Freyalise. And... Do I have any creatures I can cast? Not really, but let's force him to do the return to hand thing that I'm almost positively looking for. So he has a lot of stuff he can do at this point. He's got a lot of mana. He's blue. Off the top of my head, extra turn cards, return all to hand cards. What else? The other option would be to just play Gadwick and then spam out a billion instants and sorceries. Or sorry, spam out a billion instants or spells with flash on my turn and just tap all my stuff down. Like, he has a lot of good options. Is Froghemoth? Froghemoth might be my... Froghemoth? Okay. What's he gonna try to do? Maybe he didn't find the right... so let's commit... Let's commit that, because we still have Blossoming Defense. So he'll have to... Yeah, okay. So now he has to return everything to my hand. Or I think he's hosed. No, he doesn't have it yet. Okay. Let's not overcommit here. Let's do green. Froghemoth. So right now, 6, 7, 8. I can't stop him from countering it, but... If he does this wrong, I'll just buff Orfeo again before he gets a chance to remove it from the board. Return, counter target spell. Okay, yep. Turn target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Your player draws a card, and I think he just mostly tapped himself out with that, so... Can hit him for 10, 11, 12, which is not as much as I would have liked, but... Okay. He's going to give me treasure tokens. Turn target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Do I... Discard, okay. Yeah, I'll put it in my hand, obviously. I want him on the board. Why would I... Okay. Alright, so that's black, red, green. Yeah, that's fine. Mr. Orfeo, the Boulder. I guess we'll do Riveter's Outlook now. We have two sources. We've got a lot of sources of black. We've got a fair amount of sources of green. We don't have a lot of red. We don't use a lot of red. I want to get another green. It doesn't actually matter who I double here. Bloodveil Purveyor. What's funny is that I have never drawn this card. Like, I put him in here, I'm like, oh, finally a situation for him. Never draw him in any of the games I've played prior to this stream. +1. Alright, what's he gonna do? Ah, damn it. Yeah, here it comes. Okay, so I might just lose here. He can go fetch whatever he wants. If I was him, what would I do? Oh, interesting. He's not fetching extra turns. So maybe he doesn't have the Wombo combo? That's a sorcery, buddy. Why didn't you... Something bullshit is about to happen, and I don't know what. Okay. Well... I'm gonna blitz this in. I just want to see what he does. It's a sorcery. You needed to play that on your turn. Okay, so I think then what just happened is that he did not read the text on that card, specifically the bit where he can't cast that on my turn. River's Rebuke is still a good card. Still would have gotten him like a couple more turns, but all right. Well, we've had 2 wins. Let's do one more game. I'll see how. I've been experimenting with a bunch of stuff to see what actually gets people to look at videos. So I guess I'll do a pretty short one. I think I'll try to make the next one be where I actually make the deck I'm going to play on stream, and that should be fun. Go through the cards that are basically must be included. The next deck is probably going to be for Ziatora, the big dragon. Oh god, it's the Thassa deck. This is not fantastic as an opening hand. Free mulligan. This is not much better. I guess I have the channel off Greater Tanuki. I like this card. That's another card I like. Let's see. I don't have any of the black mana to play any of my anything. For a basic land card. Okay, so I can get a black, so I can at least Orfeo on turn. I like green more than I like red. These both have flash. There's no reason to do them until it's his turn, the end of his turn. Do I do Omen of the Hunt, or... I think I do Omen of the Hunt, because Nuki can still potentially be useless in another form. Yep. Turn target creature to its owner's hand. I wonder who it's going to be. Yep. Omen of the Hunt. Let's go get a black mana, because we're going to need a lot of that. This is going to be a really rough matchup for me, because he can start just bouncing everything back to my hand non-stop forever. I think I can do... No, so I almost did that wrong. Pelt Collector, then Orfeo. I'm gonna let him start the bounce. Yep. Okay. Because I don't think he's... I think he's gonna return... No. He's actually paying attention to what's going on. Alright. That's obnoxious. How dare you? I will hold that till the end of turn. Maybe I won't. I think I would rather... So I need one green to do the protection. Let's do this. Oh, I actually can't do that yet. Alright, so we'll have... I'm going to decline for right now. Because I did that wrong. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Now I have access to Blossoming. Creature you control gains +2/+2 in Hexproof. I would really rather use that next turn. The fact that I don't have any easy way of... Oh. Well, okay then. Yes, I would like to remove your ability to just put my entire hand, my entire board state back in my hand once per turn. Admittedly, it has the minor trade-off of... Let's see. Dominate Raid, I can Greater Tanuki. Here's what we'll do. Let's go with green. I might be making a mistake here by not just fetching the land to play those two, but... Now... I know you. You are not going to want to trade Solemn Simulacrum for basically 2 life. So... Let's see what you do. If he swings with Solemn Simulacrum, we block, obviously. Because I don't think he wants to give it up. That could be... That's a good trick. Go Shinty? I'm really surprised he's not... Like, I don't think it's the wrong choice, but I'm surprised he's not trying to lock down my commander. It's not the wrong choice, it's just an interesting one. Oh, you know what? I guess it doesn't make a difference, does it? Yep. Alright, so he probably has enough for a counterspell. I don't have... Your opponent can't, like, counter your bullshit. So, let's do... Do you have reach? No. Do you have reach? Yes. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go get... green... Let's go see what he does if I play this. Could be a big mistake. Honestly, probably was. Okay, yep. 3 more +1/+1 counters on it, yep. We're still chipping him, though. And I think he's going to be overly focused on Domri instead of me for the moment, which I'm fine with. But honestly, it was probably a pretty big misplay to not set up to play these two. On the other hand, he's had a lot of land. Had a lot of land in a pretty decent board state. Is he going to draw lands or is he going to fetch cards? Because I have a deck like this, and it's basically the same sort of setup. It doesn't have Dungeon Geists, but... Okay, yep, that's good. Let's force some more responses. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. I cast you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I did this wrong. Now, you know what? I think I know how I want to do this. I did do it in the wrong order, but... I don't think he'll actually... I don't think he'll actually want to trade Solemn Simulacrum for Pelt Collector. He can, but I don't think he wants to. Like, oh, he will do it. Alright. Maybe a misread on my part. Oh, I have nothing else to do, so let's spend that mana. Dungeon Geists ever leaves, I'll have a body to hit things with. I feel like this is probably just control, though. But if it is just control, he should have stuff at some point to just put Orfeo back into my hand and stuff like that. 2, yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, so I would really like a top deck land right now. Like, he'll have massive card advantage relative to mine unless I pull something like 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's get green. Then let's not spend the black, because I'm going to want the black potentially. Now, he has to counterspell that. He literally has no choice. Yep. Boring. Oh, interesting. Okay. What I need is Tritsky. Or one of my, need Tritsky or any one of my protection spells. Doesn't do much for me, Oh, no, that did do much for me. Whoops, I'm kind of dumb. Alright. At this point, he has pretty good control. He's got all the cards. He gets to draw 2 cards a turn. What are you? Neat. Except you do have to discard a card down. I needed you earlier. Not much I can do here. I can't actually punch that very easily. May as well play this and bait out the next counterspell. I think at this point he can just chip me down with what I have left. No point in attacking. No point in not paying. Maybe I should add one of those red spells that's like sacrifice sacrifice a creature, deal damage to its power in this. That might be good. Can't block anything other than that, so there's not much point. I think at this point he has it pretty unlocked, though. He's got enough mana to block most of my stuff. I don't have... Do I have any big uncounterable? Nope. Enter's tapped. And... yeah, that's game. Well, we had a good run for a bit. 2 pretty good games earlier. I'll try one more. I think I made some pretty big misplays this round, actually. Just like not burning the Tanuki to go get the swamp faster and stuff like that. Let's do one more, and either bring it up to a positive record or consign ourselves to a 50-50. We have Abundant Harvest. Yes, let's keep. I will definitely keep this. We can cultivate turn 3. Oh, I hate this deck. Okay, Doom Whisperer actually could probably be kind of clutch in this game. Pay 2 life. Llanowar Elves. Cultivate turn 2. Features. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't cause me too many problems yet. Just absolutely loathe playing against what's her face. It's not a good time. Guess we'll put the red into the battlefield. You know what? I could just do. You know what I'll do? He's gonna play Feather. I'm just gonna. Oh no, he's not. Okay. Now what we're not going to do is block him, because we know exactly how he works. The real question is, do you have something that can remove my 6/6? You're in white and red. The answer is probably yes. The actual real question is, do you have the mana for it yet? You don't. That, or you're digging for Swords to Plowshares, which will make me very sad if you somehow manage to just top deck it. Alright, let's go start digging for what we need. Neither of you are what I need. Black or blue? Nope, not what I need. We're not going to dig too much further. We'll dig 2 more deep, I think. Yes. Yes, this is good. Play 1 more, and then we won't have enough to actually... No, yes we will. We'll have red, black, green. Yeah, this is good. Great Henge. Mr. Orfeo the Boulder. Good trick. Now, is he going to do the destroy target attacking creature card? This is fine. You have a 3/4. I still have trample. 14 life. Let's do Abundant Harvest, just in case. I'm going to look for a non-land. I'm very stupid. I'm just the stupidest human being. I knew that was the top card of my deck, and I'm still like, yep, let's go draw one more card. This is what using 30% of the brain looks like. Okay, so he can start doing his bullshit now. Because he can start doing his bullshit, because he has Hushbringer, I think I opt to... The issue is going to be First Strike, right? Because he can do whatever he wants, but he doesn't have... So whenever not talking to... Okay, so... I mean, he can block that portion of it, but he can't block the life gain. The real question is, does he have... Okay, so if I was him, I need to hit... Is he just going to go for lethal on me? I think he is. I might have badly miscalculated, but on the off chance that I... Whatever, I think he's just going to go for lethal. I think we have to try to block this turn, but I think he's just going to try to kill me. And I can't, so I have to block Tajic. I'll block Tajic with the Dinosaur Beast. Right? Yeah. There's no reason for him not to... 16. He's got lifelink. He's got 6 mana to buy with into 4 cards, which are all... Honestly, knowing this deck, those are all probably... Let's see. So let's say 4 plus 2 plus 2. That's 10, 11, 12, 13. What did he target? Okay. What? I'm missing something. Why didn't he target Llanowar Elves with that instead? Okay. Was that just a very fancy concession that I just saw? Yes, it was. All right. Yeah. Victory! I actually kind of thought we were going to get dunked by that. I just don't like that deck because if you're not playing blue or a color with a lot of hard removal, which a lot of my weirder decks don't really do, it doesn't ever feel like a very interactive deck. And even if you have a lot of hard removal, if they're smart, they'll just save the removal for last bit. So let's open this new pack and hope that it gives us a legendary or a mythic of some sort. Come on. Nope. Very good in draft, but I'm not drafting. Alright, so I'm going to wrap up this stream for now, actually. That was a good game. Let me just pull up Brawl. Just pull this up. We can take a quick look at it, see if there's any... There's probably some highlights in here that I didn't hit, outside of the fact that it's just ramp. There is Dreadhorde Invasion, just because it gives us a big body to bounce stuff with. We've also got... I discarded it, but Destiny Spinner to avoid counter spells, and... Got Chevrolet just because he's got Death Touch, can get some cards. Curse of Hospitality to give everything else trample if we need it. Kodama, actually, I cut some other stuff, but I kept Kodama because it turns out that I end up having a fair number of modified creatures sometimes, and Kodama turned out to be quite useful. Same thing for stuff like Territorial Scythe Cat. Didn't see that. There's a couple Planeswalkers. They're the pretty standard ones. There's Toski, obviously, one of the best creatures in green. Deathsprout, we do have some removal, do have Solemn Simulacrum, what else? A bunch of big green creatures. So we got the Battle Mammoth, we saw him, but he didn't do much. Elder Gargoth, he's big, he draws cards, makes creatures. Fraghemoth, pretty good in this deck just because he puts +1/+1s on himself, and he also exiles from graveyards, which is something that this deck tends to run into problems with. Then we got Garruk, Great Henge, Stonecoil Serpent, Ochre Jelly. The trample, and then just making a big creature that can keep coming back is pretty good. In terms of land, Bajuka Bog, Hive of the Eye Tyrant, and then a fair amount of just absolutely everything else. And that's Mr. Orfeo the Boulder. It's a pretty fun deck. I think you could probably improve this in a lot of ways. If you wanted to make it a lot more aggressive, you could cut some of the cheaper junk that I have, like the fetches, so things like Abundant. Let me go through them. Stuff like Abundant Harvest. You could cut Abundant Harvest. You could probably cut Kami of the Bamboo Forest. You could cut all of my little cheap indestructible spells, right? And instead you could just go get more black removal. You could also potentially go and get some red, sacrifice a creature, deal X damage to some target spells as well. You'll notice that there isn't much in here. Red is one of Orfeo's colors, but I didn't really build it around it. There's just Curse of Hospitality, Devilish, Restless, and then a couple Splash Planeswalkers, and of course Quartzwood Crasher, just as one of my big-ass beaters. But outside of that, not a lot of other red cards, not a lot of burn, not a lot of like cheap discard to draw, just good stuff. And then Doom Whisperer. This card drives me nuts every time somebody plays it against me. Just a very good card. Throwing away 10 life to figure out what your next draw is going to be can be pretty decent. But yeah, so that's this deck. Next up will probably be Ziatora. Let me see if I can... Actually, so I could have put her in this deck. I actually have Ziatora's Envy in, but I don't have Ziatora the Incinerator. But Ziatora the Incinerator will likely be the next stream. So feel free to subscribe if you want to see that, and thanks for watching. Take care, and that'll be the end.